back a little bit. There's been a change. I talked to you guys about the change in the system. Do y'all remember that? I talked to you guys about that about a week ago. How the old system was in Mexico and the new system. The old system was crazy. All right, it was crazy. The new system has come in to add more fairness and more justice and more due process. All right. So he's talking about, listen, now that there's a new system, guys, this has made the way that we as investigative journalists, it's made us change the way that we get information and present it to the public. Now we have to do it in an extrajudicial way. We have to do it in an unofficial way. He says in Jackson's case, Daejanae Jackson, the only way that the prosecutors, that the government can talk about the case is when Daejanae is already down there and a judge has legally attached her accusations to her, right? Up until that point, the government officials are not going to be able to say anything. Okay. He says so that for the international extradition laws that the United States has with Mexico, he's saying that the people that can be extradited under these laws are only people who have been charged with murder, kidnapping, and femicide. When Mexico asked for a special type of arrest warrant that included the request for extradition to Mexico, because of course the case is going to be heard in Mexico, there were also requests for special protective measures that would protect Daejanae Jackson, right? So that her rights are protected in Mexico under the new system.
El tema legal es México.
He says, so it would be weird, guys, if the United States government went out and talked a lot about this case, because to be honest, it's a Mexican case. The case happened in Mexico. The murder happened in Mexico. The trial will be in Mexico. Maybe United States government officials are carrying out their activities and their investigations with Mexican information or information that they've obtained by themselves. But the person that they are trying to get will be involved in the Mexican process. So this has very little to do with the United States. So this situation, the fact that it's Mexico and the United States, and the fact that Mexico has this new system, it's made this situation have a certain silence to it, right? Where neither government is going to say a lot. She was accused of femicide in Mexico, which means that the Mexican government has to prove that she did it. So the Mexican government under the new system can't come out, start giving out all of these details. For people who want to support what Gerardo Zuniga is doing for our fallen sister, you can absolutely do it, all right? Cash out right now is not the best way. Mr. Zuniga has an account with Western Union. I'm sure it used to be you had to show up at the Walmart to do it. I'm sure you can just do it now on your phone or on Google. Just go to westernunion.com. The information, just all the information that you need for the Western Union for Gerardo's account is in the description below. Thank you so much, Ms. Solomon. Thank you so much for people who want to support the work that this man is doing. CNN is not doing it. ABC is not doing it. They're waiting on him to do the work. They're waiting on him to make the articles, and then they all come out and copy what he said. Somebody actually has to go into the damn burning building. Nada más estaba informándoles en cuanto a lo de tu Western Union, okay?
Para que le den a conocer a la opinión pública, ¿verdad?
He's saying, listen, he can look at his phone right now, and he has over 100 calls from the news media asking him about information. What is he saying now, especially with some of you guys saying that he's a fraud? He's like, oh, okay, I did my job. Why CNN? Why are you calling me? ABC, why are you calling me? I'm freestyling this, right? But I'm an attorney, so I like to freestyle. Let me just stick to what he said. He said in his phone, he has 100 calls, over 100 calls from news media, news outlets asking him for his information. He says, I did my job. Now you go do yours. You find out where she is. All right. I already told you she was arrested in Connecticut at a family member's house. Why don't you investigate? Why don't you find out where she is?
Aquí yo no he visto.
Okay. He says, listen, our job as investigative journalists is to actually do the job. We don't wait because that takes time. That's the important part of our job. We are the only news media in Mexico that is publicizing all of the details in this case. We're the only ones. Okay, so, says in Mexico, I haven't seen radio down here. I haven't seen the TVs down here. I haven't seen American news media down here. Now, they're all calling and asking for information, but they can't get it because of the new system. This has given them a desperation to try to get this information. And now you have this issue about was Daejanae arrested or not? What's the problem? The problem is the American news media isn't giving any information because they can't get it. There's going to be a time period of about 20 to 30 days to decide if Daejanae is actually going to be extradited to Mexico.